Right, it's Halloween, and we're going to look at the Halloween Gambit. It's objectively not a very sound opening, but it does give the opponent a shock. And if you play in a fast game, they may not know what to do. So this is the move where you go for the Halloween Gambit to sacrifice a knight. So objectively, black here has a very big advantage, but there is some counter play for white here. As you can see, these knights are rather passive, and white has a nice center here. And this was against a fairly decent opponent, rated just over 2,000. So if you don't know what to do against Halloween Gambit, you can lose very quickly. So already not a very good move there by black. Go in with a knight, and now we take black's knight. So the simplest move here is to take the bishop. That is also the best move. Instead, I played knight d6. Is still quite a good move. Interestingly, we are now well into the game. I can move this a little bit. You see it's move 11 already. And this position has been reached quite a number of times. And a lot of players, well over 2,000, played this for white. And I think most of them took the bishop. I was the first one not to take it, going after rook and also threatening checkmate over there. So still winning for white. He saved the mate. Now I get a rook. And another pawn with a check. Attack the queen. And now just very simply, I gave a check. He has to trade queens. He'd been so far behind in material. So my opponent threw in a towel. So this is an opening that you can use as a surprise, probably in bullet, blitz, although this was a rapid game and my opponent had no idea what to do. We'll look at another example. This will be a much longer game. And this opponent was rated 2230. So quite a decent opponent. And again, we have the same start, the Halloween Gambit. Now, just keep your pieces or get your pieces as active as possible. Get the queen out as well. So you are threatening checkmate there. Of course, now you don't take back the queen. You want to keep up the pressure. So you take with a pawn. You do get double pawns, but that's not too big a deal, because here it's all about pressure. It's not so much about positional play. So he sacrifices the pawn, and now another pawn goes. And surprisingly, as you can see, this position has been reached quite a number of times, and even between the 2400 and the 2371, reached exactly the same position. So another check, just keep making active moves. White now is castled. Already the position is about equal. Black's pieces are rather passive. He can't castle. And white already has 3 pawns for the knight. And also notice those pawns are not very strong. They can become targets. So this is another way that you can play the Halloween Gambit. This game finished in a draw. So it doesn't always quite work out for white. And we're now going to look at the game where the Halloween Gambit failed. This was ironically against a lower rated opponent. We have the same start. This will always be the case in Halloween Gambit. If you ever face it, these are the best moves for black, by the way. The queen move not the very best, but it is playable. So now I threaten this fork again. He's playing a bit of a tricky move here. So I hit the knight. And you can see a lot of knight sacrifices here. My knight's hanging, these knights hanging. So I gave this check, and now we can see a number of players played this before. Some of them rated over 2,000 again. So already white now has an advantage. We get the knight. That was not the best move. It could have been better to move my knight away. Good move by black, because if I take, then he's going to recapture and it will be a fork. But this was a very, very bad blunder. So what would you play here for black? This position has been reached a couple of times before, and black did not play the best move each time. Well, if you said knight f3, well done. That's a move, because look at that. This is a double check, also a discovered check. So it's check with a queen and the knight. There's nothing white can do. It's a beautiful finish, because both these pieces are under attack, but neither of them can be taken because both of them are checking. So that's a bit about the Halloween Gambit. You can lose quickly, you can win quickly, perhaps you can get a draw, as we've seen in the second game against a higher rated opponent. But it is something you can perhaps try on Halloween.